There I was, a gangly 13-year-old, chasing my 4'11" grandmother down the street. She only spoke Spanish, so as I chased her, I was yelling, "Espera, away from me, grandmother!" I had no idea she could run that fast. Let me tell you how I got there. We were at the vital records office getting myself my birth certificate. Simple errand, right? But when the clerk handed me my document, he said, "I couldn't find an exact match, but I believe this is yours." Puzzled, I took the document, and my heart stopped. Under name of father, it didn't list my father's name. Instead, it listed the name of our former landlord, Myron Blake. I turned to my grandmother and I asked, "Por qué dice que mi papá es Mr. Blake? Why does it say Mr. Blake's my dad?" She looked at me, horrified. And then she bolted right out of the room, out that building, out the door. Y'all, if there was an Olympic event for grandmothers fleeing family secrets, she would have taken the gold. Well, I finally caught her outside of the bus stop. I grabbed her arm and I asked, "¿Qué es esto? What is this?" She turned, sobbing, and said, "Your mother was raped by Mr. Blake." That's not what I expected to hear that day. There was more. She told me, "The doctor told your mother that you should have an abortion. She had a weak heart from an early family illness. He told her the baby is going to kill you." But your mother said, "No, the baby's innocent. And she chose to have you." So much for a simple errand. The doctor ended up being right. My mom had a stroke when I was born, and she had a fatal stroke a month before my second birthday. The one good thing about learning about this truth, I finally understood why I looked so white when the rest of my family looks more traditionally Mexican. But although people say the truth shall set you free, this truth, it entrapped me in rage. I was here because of what he did to her. And she was a victim who had no choice in the matter. I tried to suppress this rage for decades. Guess how well that worked? Somebody would say, "You're Mexican? You don't look it?" And my rage would erupt. "That's because my mom was raped by a white man." I was a real hit at parties. Finally, after years of fighting a losing battle with my emotions, I finally went to therapy. And I finally got to say the things that were weighing on my heart all these years. I hate him. I hate what he did to me, to my mother. I hate that she died. Do you know what it was like to finally say the things that I hadn't said? It was sweet release. But there was more. Something shifted. And I finally heard the thing that I missed hearing all those years ago. Your mother said, the baby is innocent. And she chose to have you. I wasn't here just because of what he did to her. I was here because my mother loved me. And I realized that although she may have been victimized, she wasn't a victim. My mom found her power by seeing what was in her control and then making a choice. She chose to have me. My mom not only gave me the gift of life, she gave me the gift of choice. She taught me that no matter what the circumstances are, we always have choices. And when we find our choices, we find our power. Gracias, mamá. It was something that I wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to be able to tell a story about my life, but to do it in a way that helped people. And for most of my life, I couldn't tell that story because it was really coming from the wound, not from the scar. And it was really when I will say that it was Jody, I'm blanking out on her name, the person who won the very first one 2 years ago. Yes, Jody Orville Brown. When I heard her story, she had trauma, but it wasn't about the trauma. It was such a powerful story that she gave me the courage to believe that I could look at a traumatic story and make it powerful for people and have it do something for people. And then that's why I signed up for the contest. I didn't expect to win. I was like, I'm gonna use this as an excuse to force myself to tell the story. And I'm really grateful for so many people. John Edwards is one of them, who really helped me see how to tell this story in a way. I mean, just things like, you can't keep people up here, you gotta make them laugh. And that was probably the number one thing, is like, if you have a trauma story, you can't just tell the trauma story. You gotta let people have some release. And that really helped. So, but I'm just really happy that you liked it. Thank you.